I'm kind of thrilled to see you playing ball with Ruth Bassar. They say the enemy of my enemy is worth exploiting for strategic leverage.
These soldiers look even more hideous than our...
You're just gonna sit here and do nothing. Rocket, what's up? Oh, okay, there we go. How's school going?
There's the Providence. Oh, I found beauty. I mean, apart from the whole rendering space-time a Sunday. Hey, look there. That rover looks inbound for the skipper maps.
Commander, you're bleeding.
Oops. All right, just finally enjoying a little time off.
Get this thing.
Yep. Ah, don't have the ability. Crap. Yes, I know, another rift anomaly. Okay. Oh, lower bridge.
Why can't the rift ever reconstitute anything nice?
What would be the fun in that?
And ready. Exposure. Undermining.
Oh shit! Okay. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was ready to fall off.
And ready. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Back in business.
Hey. You know, I'm trying to get our companion here. Is it going to shut off other turrets or what?
Another rift. And is that plasma wrapped up in it? I wouldn't recommend getting close.
It'll take some doing to get past it. We ought to have a look around.
U-16 mini rockets.
This is scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
I feel dumber just having listened to that. Well, at least we know what we need to clear that rift.
Good old Bernard. Okay, so I need to find an equation. Or did I automatically learn it from that recording? No, because it doesn't. didn't find it. Now, is it in the lab itself? Nope. Okay. So the answer is not inside the lab. Close that damn door. Whoops. Okay. See if we can get up. Here, baby. Aha.
Suppose this is a bad time to mention I barely passed my high-intensity arithmetic course at the academy. Back down. Let's check everything up here. Yep. Don't have high enough science or the professor background.
If I'm interpreting these scribbles right, I think someone had a go at solving the equation. Ain't finished, though.
Or it was finished, but then it got damaged. How'd he get clear back in here?
This is scientist Bernard Rand.
That's probably a way around it. We do that.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Guess money and power can't buy taste.
That looks to be the equation. Ain't no way that man came up with it himself. Reckon we can input this equation in that terminal we found.
Yeah. Reckon we can, but first we're gonna... Yeah, so somebody else came up with it, but I had the balls to test it.
Wow. And this fool had people hanging on his every word?
Hey, Bent, how's it going? Ah, it's alright. How about yours? Got a solution, so we're not going to go that way. We go back down there, though. Have a look over here.
Great. Now we can get through the chamber. And we won't expire immediately like our friend here.
So we just go up. Whoa, that's not cool. Yep. Shit. Oh, where the hell am I? I have no fucking idea where I just fell to. Oh, okay. God damn it. Oh, now I'm stuck under it. Okay. Let it phase out. Hit it again. Okay.
Our projections are off by orders of magnitude.
Sovereign, save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct all along. The results from the experiments were faulty. Capture the readings. We'll let the blame settle as it lies.
Data retrieval complete. Let us hope the others return shortly.
Inez there. Okay. Yep, first I need chain of weapons. Let's get the big boy out. Big bang, there we go. Oh, come on. I didn't see that did anything. Ooh. Wow. Didn't expect that. Yeah. Okay, so let's just bring Is that it? Are there any more?
On your toe.
Looks like a fight.
Oh yeah, their ashes disappeared too. Should have been right around here, and I'm not seeing it, so. Oh well.
Boarding was easier than I expected. Now, let's find a way to unseal the hangar before we're noticed.
I can sell them the remains of the matriarch. ED service pistol. I want to know what the ED is. Enormous residue.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
I was vigilant yesterday.
Just rolled in.
Lady Cleo herself.
Come, quickly now. Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the silent room. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
Okay, but you said you wanted to talk. Oh, it's good to visit there.
Trouble ahead.
Greetings, unscrupulous criminal element. Please note that by entering this restricted area, you may be subject to mental refreshment. By speaking with this unit from a restricted area, this unit acknowledges that the concept of pay may be strange and alarming. Please note that theft will result in punishments that are infinitely more strange and alarming. Reprimand. You are Fascinerus.
Okay, we went around a circle.
Yeah, you know, I'd really rather not deal with any of that. Can we try the elevator?
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. Acknowledged. This intercom is to be used for emergencies only. Misuse of this intercom will result in prompt arrest and correction of the perpetrator. Now, how can I assist you, Deck 01? How many times must I explain this to you all down there? Every subject aboard the Providence must keep their deck access credentials on their person at all times. If you misplaced your access card, Sovereign help you, because I surely cannot. Perhaps a colleague would be willing to lend you theirs,
Thank law you paid attention in your engineering courses.
Okay. Someplace you might find someone's abandoned or lost access pass. Quartermaster requisition slip.
flattering reprimand. Your actions shame the console. Please arrest yourself with due haste.
Okay, so all the way around.
Greetings, criminal scum. How may this unit serve you until your inevitable demise at the hands of our sentinels? Received. Dispensing standard regimental supplies. Complete. If you have helm sizing concerns, please increase or decrease the size of your head. Please make a request. Displaying inventory.
Okay. Interesting, I was able to bring the elevator down. You still can't access it.
You are trying my matriarch-given patience, Deck 01. What is it? Again? I shall send her down right away. But this is becoming a daily occurrence, and I will see such slothfulness reflected on her record. Exactly right. You think I enjoy sitting here, fielding inane requests day after day? But I remind you that gossip is strictly prohibited over this channel. Over and out.
You can do this. Just tell the doctor that you need to be sent to mental refreshment, then you'll be out of this place.
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
We can look for those access credentials if you wanted to avoid a fight. Sneaking around's always an option too. Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around and quiet-like. See what information we can uncover.
Another pain that I in my mind. My fortitude and focus. I feel my mental health may be slipping.
Processing engine out. Mental health. Error. Query not found.
we can carry this momentum through to the console.
So looks like turned off all the beams and stuff. Dragoon still there, and the wasps. Hell?
Seems the console's surrounded by more than mere sycophants. Bad news for him, but good for us.
Okay, now I've got 2 keys. There is no answer.
No one deserves this.
That one's long acting. Oh. They put the barrier back up.
Seeing evidence like this might dent the console's plan some, but I'm guessing he's far past reason.
Okay. Still quick. Wow.
Yeah. Reckon it was foolish to think we could stuff the modulator into a satchel. Ought to see what we can learn about it in the meantime.
I heard an alarm on the crew deck. Considering your manner of being, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Those credentials do appear legitimate. Welcome, I suppose. I hope you're not expecting a grand tour. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. The IRC. I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like A sense of self, for example, is lost forever. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan is futile, completely.
Hey, you're gonna be
He
sending
no longer
refreshments
listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared
Hey, Glass,
reports
how's it
for him
going?
showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. And the module over there will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead.
It's okay, because he's gonna be dead, but you know. Look on the bright side. If I fail, it'll be over before you know it.
Up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Science deck. Authorized visitor aboard. Do not be alarmed.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Well, we got the schematics. This report got me asking questions. If they found rifts in deep space where humanity supposedly ain't been, how did they form? It don't add up.
It's the stuff all right, but we'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the console.
I didn't have to pick his pocket. He was just gonna give it to me. Yeah, I thought we were supposed to modify the rift modulator to use it so it could close the rifts. Perhaps not. And I probably don't have a high enough speech skill to talk him down. Or if I can just use the we're on a mission from Dad line.
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that's remarkably competent for the Protectorate, but he is the one who's been pulling their strings all along. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible?
Only proves one thing. Aliens exist. Honestly, I really don't give a shit.
You're the one in the dark. I'm simply musing aloud. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, there's no time to dwell on it now. We need to confront the Consul. You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down.
Then he'll get killed.
Certainly. The doubt you cultivate up front will make him more susceptible to what comes after. And in case you aren't quite as sharp as you appear, be ready to fight.
Ain't opposed to speaking with the man, but I reckon you're both in for a nasty surprise if you think he'll play by corporatist rules.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door.
Pain. Oh, looky here. The ability to stock up. They have a bridge rift device. It requires lockpick 20, which I don't have. Honestly, I think I'm pretty well loaded. Anyhow, I got 41 rounds for Big Bang, 1900. The goo canisters, 500 compact rounds, 2150 long rounds or heavy rounds, almost 2900 long rounds, 23. Yeah, I get 145 missiles and over 1900 shotgun rounds. I think I'm good. I don't think I need to just buy more. Definitely got some motivational music.
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
That's not what I intended.
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order, but can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever.
Setting aside all the settlements that have been razed, lands burned, resources dwindled, all figures I'm sure you know, your folk have had no choice but to go begging for help. Their story is the same every damn time. They were abandoned.
No. It was they who abandoned us, the moment they debased themselves to ask outsiders for help. You are clearly ill-equipped to speak on Arcadian affairs, or of what truly matters to its subjects. I alone can give them what they need. You must see that. For every traitor in our midst, thousands of loyalists remain. If anyone attempts to move against me, they are merely announcing themselves as the chaff to be cut. And they promptly will be. What are you saying? No. This is a preposterous assertion. You don't know what you're speaking of.
I'm the agent who was sent to Horizon Point to sabotage the Protectorate's experiments. Some in the Order believe the experiments would lead to catastrophe if left unchecked. Indeed, if I hadn't destroyed the station, your ilk would have destroyed the entire fabric of reality. And I've suffered with that truth for 10 years.
Then the Order's treachery runs even deeper than we thought. There will be swift recompense for this humiliation. Of that you can be certain. What could be more important than treason? Oh. Is this where you provide compelling evidence against my plan? Go on then. Let's hear it.
Though it matters not, you've little chance of swaying me. I am doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You will not distract me from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
It's true. Your matriarch suspected the Protectorate was doomed from the get-go. Reuben was mucking things up even before his mother's body was cold.
No. No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was the stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the matriarch's work.
Bingo.
She said as much in her correspondence with the First Bishop, that the Arcadian experiment would only prevail so long as hubris was staved off. I have the record, if you wish to see it.
The matriarch hid her feelings well. Such correspondence had been lost to us, I thought. And now it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary. Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love? But what use is living if your very framework for existence is in jeopardy? Oh, Matriarch, guide me. I think I see now. The Matriarch spoke of this in her writings. The follies of focusing so deeply on such a framework and losing sight of its pieces. And I fear I have. There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcadia, but I cannot be the one to see them to their completion.
Wow.
I surrender.
What? Oh, by the Matriarch. It seems we have a problem. The rift has... well, it has nearly destabilized completely, and the modulator cannot close it in its current state from a safe distance. Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. Architect, help us.
There is. Though, given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, I don't believe you'll appreciate it. A chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift folds in on itself, this ship and its operator will not survive.
You've got to be shitting me. We didn't come all this way, work this hard, just to die.
Oh, Emery, taking a page from Auntie's choice product testing, I see. We do try to avoid a consistent certainty of death, though. It's just bad business.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. This was my doing. And so it is my responsibility to set things right. I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me. Think what you wish of me, but this is my responsibility. And that is something I will never shirk from.
I will accompany him and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here for. Thank you, Commander. Perhaps in this, I might achieve vindication.
Then it is settled. We will see this work done. Only someone such as yourself could distill a grave matter of life and death down to winning. Let's get on with it then.
Ta 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 ta.
And so, in the
Damn, I'm
end,
good.
when the consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Augustine de Vries did not even have that hope left in her final moments. She knew nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. After Azza disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy faded, average colonist life expectancy increased by 0.23%. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. The release of the skip drive schematics to the public domain resulted in new and exciting opportunities for independent manufacturers. However, unchecked use of the drives would ultimately lead to an even greater proliferation of rifts, once again imperiling the galaxy. Fortunately, the Order stepped in. Leveraging their partnership with Auntie's Choice, the Order sold rift modulators to all skip drive manufacturers for a modest price, thus preventing another outbreak of rifts, while Auntie's Choice made a tidy profit. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
And I'm just too good. You. I didn't pause it. Okay, so what? Okay, I guess I just do that then. I was gonna go through with credits, but it paused itself.
Hey, congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.
Continue where you left off. How's that possible? I just want to see where it puts you if you continue where you left off. Oh, okay. Back right before the final confrontation where I manually saved. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for this playthrough. Because I was able to talk him down. So thanks, Rocket and Bent and Glass, for stopping by, and anybody else who may have popped in there briefly. That'll be it for now, and I'm not sure what's up next until some DLC comes through, which I'm not sure how they're going to work that in, since technically we got a very game-ending wrap-up there, so I guess we'll see. Have a good one.